What's up, Buttercups? It is me, Amy Young, and I'm coming at you with a Friday freestyle. I have to talk about this insight that one of my BWCs had. I think it was like last week. Yeah, BWC, beautiful, wonderful client, by the way. So I was on a call with beautiful, wonderful client. We were talking about her beautiful, wonderful relationship that she's in, which is so cool to think about because when we started working together, she was in such a different place, and now she's in this great relationship and she's uncovering new cool stuff to work on and ways to grow and expand with her partner. It's like, it makes me excited. That's just because I'm like a nerd for my job, but stay on task, Amy. So one of my favorite favorite questions to pose to my clients when we're talking about relationships, whether they're single or involved with someone, and obviously I just want to say BWC gave me complete permission to share this, and she was like, yes, please do. So that's why I'm talking about it. One of my favorite questions is to always consider, what is the value that I bring to relationships? That's my question for you. What is the value that you bring to relationships? And you can look at this in any context. You can look at it as romantic relationships, friendships, work relationships, you name it. What do I bring to the table? What do I have to offer? What's my value? And this is a question that usually stops people dead in their tracks. And people are like, but what's my value? Like, I guess sometimes I'm funny. Like, people have a really hard time answering this question, and this is one of the big problems I think that we sort of just have as a whole is we're not really encouraged to really own our strengths and our value and what makes us unique and special. And it's something that I'm always trying to like fight against, is this idea that having a really strong sense of self and personal value and whether you want to call it self-esteem or you want to call it loving yourself, I don't know, right? It's all kind of wrapped up in that. But she and I were having this conversation. Okay, well, what's the value that you bring to this relationship, to any relationship? Basically, like, why is your boyfriend so fucking lucky that you're in his life? And it always takes a little while to get going, and then things start spilling out. This is like, it's so funny how all of us are so different, but so many of us struggle with the exact same things. So she starts going into, this is what's special about me, or this is what I bring, this is why I think I'm fun. And, you know, it can feel kind of awkward to talk about that stuff because we're just not used to talking about it. Like, it's not something that we generally feel comfortable sharing, which is so fucked up. Like, but that's not the point of my video. The point of the video is that beautiful, wonderful client ended up saying, you know, I think something else is that I'm really good at not asking for things that I cannot give myself. And I was like, say that again? She was like, well, you know, like I'm really good about not asking my partner to do things or to show up in a certain way that I can't live into and exemplify and also be and do. And I was like, gold star next to that, writing that down, because that's fucking brilliant. And it's something that I have to address today because it's not something that we take ownership of enough. It doesn't, let's take, you know, the romantic relationship side thing away from this, just in relationship to anyone in the world, or just in the world, relationship to the world. There are so many things that we want, expect, ask for, think that we deserve, feel entitled to, and also just things that we all need. There's certain things that everyone kind of craves and needs to feel like their most functional selves, things like acknowledgement, respect, a sense of belonging and understanding and support. I mean, these are things that, like, across the board we love having. And yet we do not always stop and pause and consider, hold on, am I actually offering that? Am I actually capable of that? Maybe I walk into a room of people and I think, well, these people, I need them to respect me. or I need them to understand me. Am I myself being respectful and understanding to the people in this room? If I want my boyfriend to pay attention to me, am I good at paying attention to myself? Am I good at paying attention to him? If I am asking for something from anyone and I myself can't deliver, then not only am I in a lot of ways like kind of hypocritical, I'm really weakening our relationship. And I'm really selling myself short because I'm looking at them and saying, you have to give me this thing that I don't even know how to give. Or you have to provide me with this thing that I can't myself experience on my own. And I know I talk about it a lot, but we have to get really, really good at giving ourselves what we believe that we need from others. Whether it's love, attention, approval, acceptance, respect, deserving, worthiness. We have to get really, really good at giving that to ourselves and also giving it to other people before we expect or assume that someone else is going to be able to come and fill that cup up for us. Right? We need to be like filling up our own cup. We need to be walking around filling up other people's cups. And that way, when someone shows up and they can fill our cup up too, we're like, oh good, we're on the same wavelength here, because I will not ask of you something that I myself cannot give or provide. I just am obsessed with this concept. I don't even have like a fancy terminology for it. I would probably call it like reciprocal behavior, longings. Nah, I'm not gonna come up with something on the fly. But this is a really, really good thing. If there's something that you feel like, especially, I would say regularly, if there's something that you feel like you're regularly seeking in a relationship, whether it's with a roommate, whether it's with your mom, whether it's with your boo, and you feel like, I'm not getting this, I want you to check in with yourself and be like, am I really giving that to the person? Am I really giving that to myself? Am I like the gold standard for respect and understanding? How understanding am I of this person and their situation? Or am I just thinking that they should be that way with me? I mean, we all do this. This isn't like a good person, bad person thing. But we're like, we get real caught up in our heads sometimes, and we're like, I should be able to have these things, or I should be able to just get this from this person. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. We go to relationships to give, not just to get. We go to relationships to experience things with other people, not to just get filled up and feel finally okay with ourselves, right? So I want you to spend some time with that and consider, what am I asking for that I myself am not so practiced in giving? Whether to myself, whether to other people, where can I grow in this way? And thank you to BWC for making this a great Friday freestyle for everybody and giving me permission to talk about it. She knows who she is, and she knows that I love her to death. And yeah, I hope that you're all having a really, really fabulous day, night, week, wherever you are. That's becoming a catchphrase. If you like me, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you really, really, really like me, you can head to amyyoungcoaching.com and subscribe to my email list. I love connecting with the community that's over there. I talk about stuff that I can't always fit into these videos. It would be great to come and visit your inbox on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll get to see you next time on a regular basis. And until then, kisses. I'll see you. That's because what you guys had together, it doesn't exist anymore, sweetheart. It doesn't fucking exist anymore. It's gone.